When you're rolling out a huge new technology like AI, it can feel an awful lot like you're trying to guide a herd of cattle across a river. You can see that amazing pasture on the other side, but getting everyone there, that's the real trick. So let's get into it, because if you want to lead a successful crossing, you first have to understand your herd.
First things first, we got to set the scene for this whole journey. Because right now, every single organization is standing between two very different pastures.
So, on one side of the river, you've got the bare pasture. This is where you are right now. It's familiar. It's what you know. But let's be honest, the grass has been eaten down to the nub. These are your current tools, your current ways of working. Then you look across the river, and you see it, the lush pasture. That's the promise of AI, all the new efficiencies, the incredible possibilities. It is greener, it is richer, and it's just full of potential.
And standing between you and that lush pasture is the river. Now, the river, that's the AI adoption journey itself. And it's not a lazy stream. It can be murky, it's full of uncertainty, it's going to take a real effort to cross, and for a lot of people, there's a very real fear of just getting swept away by the current. So here is the absolute key takeaway. You can't just stand on the bank and shout, "Let's go," and expect everyone to just jump in. It doesn't work that way. If you want to get the entire herd across, you have to get that not every cow, not every person on your team is going to approach this crossing in the same way. So let's talk about the pioneers. You know the ones. They're the first to get their hooves wet, and they're the ones that absolutely everyone else is watching. And first up, you've got your Bellwether Cows. These are your innovators. They're the loud, super visible members of your team. They're the ones wearing the bell, They are the first to spot something new on the horizon, and they can't help but ring that bell and let everyone know that, hey, change is coming. These are the people who just step right into the water. They are totally unafraid to experiment. They don't need permission. They just go. So as a leader, your strategy is simple. Lean into it. Use them. These are your natural-born champions, and they're already fired up with that curiosity you so desperately need. Now, right on the heels of the bellwethers, you'll find the alpha cows. These are your early adopters. Now, they're not the ones ringing the bell, but they are confident, they're leaning forward, and they are right there at the front, ready to really set the pace for everyone else. And what's so important about the alphas is that they actually thrive on change. They see the bellwethers go, and they jump right in after them. Your job? Use them to build that critical early momentum. They are the living proof that this crossing isn't just possible, it's going to be totally worth it. Okay, so once your pioneers are actually in the water, the whole dynamic of the herd begins to shift. And that's when the main group, the big one, really starts to pay close attention. And that brings us to the bulk of the herd. This is your early majority. They are the solid, observant, steady heart of your organization. Now, they're not against change, not at all, but they are deeply practical. They are totally willing to move, but only, and this is a big only, once the path looks proven and safe. So what they do is they watch. They watch those bellwethers and alphas very, very carefully. And when they see them making it, when the path starts to feel clear and secure, that's when they'll start to move. For this group, your strategy has to be all about support. Give them great education, show them clear, successful examples, and offer a ton of reassurance. Next up, we've got the dog cows. These are your late majority. Just think of them as the more hesitant, kind of slower-moving members at the back of the pack. They're not against the whole idea, but man, did they need an extra nudge or a really, really clear reason to get going. Their default behavior is just to wait. They'll wait until almost everyone else is already on the other side. They'll wait until the risk feels like it's practically zero. So, to get them moving, you gotta change your playbook. This is where stronger incentives, direct personal benefits, or even, a little bit of positive peer pressure can really work wonders. And finally, we have to talk about the very last group to cross. Now, it is so tempting to just write them off as stubborn or difficult, but they might just be your most valuable asset in this whole journey. These are the stick cows. Your laggards. Their feet are planted firmly on that riverbank, and they seem to be resisting the crossing with everything they've got. But here's the twist you have to understand. Their resistance, most of the time, doesn't come from a place of stubbornness. It comes from a place of deep, genuine care for the safety of the herd. They're the ones asking the really hard questions. The ones that sound like, this just feels risky. Are we absolutely sure we thought this all the way through? What could go wrong here? And those are not questions you should ignore. Which, of course, brings us to the ultimate leadership question, right? How do you take what looks like resistance and actually turn it into a powerful resource for everybody? Because here's their secret superpower. While they are digging in their heels, they are spotting the very risks that your excited pioneers probably blew right past. We're talking ethical traps, operational nightmares, security holes. So your strategy here is to listen. Really listen, acknowledge their perspective, and even better, bring them in. Involve them in creating the guardrails and shaping safe, responsible rules for everyone. All right, let's pull all of this together into a real game plan. Because guiding your team across this river of AI adoption might be one of the most important things you do as a leader right now. So here's your plan. Number 1, meet people where they are. Remember, every cow starts from a different spot. 2, use your bellwethers and alphas to build that critical early momentum. 3, support the bulk of your herd with rock-solid education and proof that it works. 4, give those dog cows some time and really clear, undeniable benefits. And finally, and this one is crucial, listen to your stick cows. They might just save you from making a catastrophic mistake. Look, AI is a massive game changer. The teams that figure out how to work with it are going to unlock new things way, way faster than those who don't. The real opportunity here isn't just about eventually getting to the other side, it's about being among the first to cross, so that you get to help define how AI is used and reap the rewards of that incredible lush pasture. So I'll just leave you with this question. Take a good look around your own organization. Who are the bellwethers, the alphas, the stick cows in your herd? And maybe even more important, which one are you?